What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, Sergeant Tyson. Happy New Year's, happy everything else. Kwanzaa, everything, whatever. Yo, I'm over here at my shorty's school. Actually, not my shorty, but her son's school, right? They were over at my crib for the holidays and stuff like that. And the thing was, added to the bullshit is that her sons were son husbands. Trying to I kid you not. She's over here like one of her oldest sons, braiding this dude hair, um, trimming his mustache, trimming his beard with the trimmers and stuff. And I'm like, hold up, this dude supposed to be doing this shit himself, but you over here fucking doing this shit, but you don't do that shit to me. I'm saying, I told her, look, my shit's kind of a little messed up because I let it grow out since November. And I said to her, like, yo, you don't do that thing to me? And I'm like, hold up, this is fucking bullshit here. You know what I'm saying? Also, one of my other spare rooms I never used and stuff, one of the other big sons used it and stuff. Then my son came over and stuff. That big room, they both had to share that room and stuff. But this motherfucker, this dude was like 16 years old, 6'5", shit, almost wearing like a size 14 shoe, and it dude was like, man, always up late at night on his gaming desktop, playing games all night, cursing and fussing and stuff with his friends. And I look at it like, yo, man, ease that noise, calm down. I'm saying, my son over here trying to sleep, you over here waking him up. So his mom said, like, don't be talking to my son like that. I'm like, what? What you got here, ma'am, is a son husband. These dudes is forever into their games, and it's fucking crazy over here, you know what I'm saying? Elizabeth, New Jersey. At some school called St. Benedict's. I do not like this school. This school is, I do not even like this damn school. It's fucking crazy. So Shorty had her kids and stuff. Her son husband was like, oh, mom, let me get you this. Oh, mom, let me help you cook. Let me help you move around some stuff. Mother's always sick. Whenever I plan to do something, she don't feel good. Pretty much, she's always bedridden. She's in the bed. When I had my daughter come over, my daughter came over, she like, Dad, I want to go to Top Golf. Can me and my brother go? I'm like, sure, we can take everybody. No, she can't. Oh, girl, Shorty can't move, Shorty, whatever. They never let a woman put you in a relationship with her or a situationship, because what I'm in now is a situationship that I'm slowly getting out of. And I kind of find out in the state of New Jersey, you cannot force somebody out of your house if they've already been there for the past week or 2 weeks, because they already established residency. So the option is wait for that person to leave, so you can get that, so she don't have to establish residency after those 2 weeks for her not being there. So I couldn't do anything else. So after that, done deal. All that shit in the back, that's all her shit. She already took over my closet, food, and everything else. Still complain about my house. A house is too small for her kids. And like, your son is 20 years old. That motherfucker should have been at work right now. Yo, 16-year-old son just took him to school, whatever. And she complained about that. I was like, yes, your son husband. You already making him into the image of your husband that you want him to be. But you couldn't do that to me anyway because you got a son husband. I fucking hate son husbands. I have a friend of mine who I knew since the time in 2010. Actually, 2009, 2010, that's when I went to Iraq. Right. She was a nice young lady. She had it into me and stuff. Then after that, Right now, she's 30 years old, 4 kids. 4 kids at 30 years old, and expects a man to come and yes, man, yes, Mr. Uptown. Good morning to you too. Happy newest year. Hopefully something will change. Something will be different this time. So she's been trying to get with me for the longest time. I said to her, like, shit ain't gonna work out. I don't care, you got 2 jobs, 3 cars, and you got a home for your kids, but you don't own a house. You on that program just like every other woman I come across. You gotta have, the vouchers, gotta have, the status or whatever. And it's always, I'm keeping it 100. I'm saying, because it's like, the thing is, when I speak my piece, especially on Facebook, I get slammed, I get hammered. If I speak my piece to a woman, I say like, yo, you got 4 kids, your value is below average. Your value is freaking low. You below the 20% that I am not looking for. Like my shorty right now, she talking about like, hey, the reason is I don't date men with kids. I'm like, hold up, you got two kids. You had them young. And your son husband, who's just like you, goes in the room, shuts the door. But y'all don't clean up after yourselves whenever you take the shower and stuff. I'm like, come on. You got the hair on the wall and shit. And next thing you notice, you're right there in the bathroom with him, trimming his beard. You're over there shaping up his hair. Make sure his hair is good. You give him a bonnet. You give him a fucking bonnet. I'm not against bonnets and stuff. Well, men wearing bonnets, but come on, man. You wearing this shit inside the house. Normally, what I was told by one of my aunts who's like old school, she said like, look, back then, if your uncles had hair like that, they normally put on a do-rag and they wear it at night, going to bed. And they take it off by the time they leave out the house. This dude was wearing it in the house, outside the house. The time we went to Target, the time we went to fucking Walmart. Motherfucker wore this shit one time we went to the fucking mall and went to Dave and Buster's for a few days. I'm like, I don't know what's this, a new style or something? Because to me, that shit ain't cute around me. That's definitely not cute around me, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for me, I never wore shit like that. So, dinner time, right? She in the kitchen cooking. She's basically, she can't cook for shit, but the only thing I know, she knows how to make us fucking good ass chicken wings whatsoever. Come on now. A Trini woman. Most Trini women I come across to in the past when I was living in Queens, they knew how to cook, they knew how to make doubles, fucking roadies, curry goat, everything else. But this one don't. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like she don't know how to cook. I'm in the kitchen cooking. She like, oh, I don't like your cooking. Your fish is always dry. How's my fish dry? It's all right. I told her, look, once you go into the fish itself from the surface onto the inside, it's very moist and hot. It's the way how I cook my fish. She like, oh, well, you need to use the air fryer more. I don't use the air fryer. I only use the air fryer if I need to cook something real quick and get out the house so I can go on to work. This stuff. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with these young girls of today? This chick got a fucking Louis bag, leggings on. She didn't even look like she's like fucking 18. Looking all cute. Want to go to school, this and that, name brand shit, whatever. So Shorty can't cook. I'm like disappointed. So the other few days, I just kind of noticing that she just went, cooked dinner, cooked lunch, whatever. The first person she served, since this is my house, I'm the man of my house. I own this house. They were just here as guests. They don't pay no water. They don't pay for no gas. They definitely don't pay for those boys don't even fucking take the trash out for the recycles, whatever. You know, they don't do none of that at all. They just there because they just there taking up air, eating the food, playing the games, using up my Wi-Fi. They don't put in. And I told their mom, look, my son's here, he's working. If your sons are here working, they're going to stay here and living under my roof. They got put in. I'm going to put them to work. Because that's how I am. That's how my grandfather and that's how my grandfather raised me to be. Man in the house. Go out and go work. Go do something. You can't just sit around in the house all day, play video games. And no outcome of it. So, she's cooking. I'm in the living room. I'm working on something. I'm replacing one of the old receptacles in the house that been in the house since the time my house was built in 1920. Shoot, of course not. They can't live for free. These fools thinking they can live for free and stuff because their mom turns them into son husbands. Because their mom don't work at home. She's like, oh, I run my own business. How you run your own business? Oh, I do it from our tablet, whatever. She does it from her phone. She don't go to work physically. She stays at home. And she's talking about, oh, I'm going to get vending machines and stuff. I need you to go help me put these vending machines in small places like stores and laundromats, and you're going to service them. And my son is going to go fill them up with merchandise and stuff. And I was like, what? What kind of shit is this? So, let me get to the good part. I'm the man of the house. I'm working on some electrical stuff in the household, replacing old wiring that been there since 1920. Since the house was built, since 1920. I'm in the walls pulling out wiring and stuff. She's talking about, like, I'm up in the attic. I'm moving stuff around, insulation and stuff like that. She's like coming up to the steps talking about, like, oh, you're making too much noise. My son's trying to sleep. I said, what? I said, like, yo, you need to tell his ass to come up here and come help me. Oh, my son don't need to do that. He's on the computer learning coding and stuff for college. I was like, does he go to physical college? They're like, no, he does it on his computer and this and that. I'm like, well, tell your other big son to come up here to help me then. They're like, no, he's 16. And I'm like, really? When my grandfather needed help around the house, especially one of my uncles, my mom said, like, yo, Rick, yo, go with your uncles. Go learn something. I didn't like it, but I went. I learned something. So, food's being cooked. I just like, all right, I just finished up what I was doing. I washed up, sat down on my couch, played some Xbox. Food comes out. The first person she served was her son husband, the oldest one, the 21, in the room. I said, like, look, no eating in the room. They got to eat on the table. She's like, my son is good. He ain't going to spill the food. You got tables inside. I'm like, no, that's not. I said, like, that's ridiculous. I got a full-size table in the dining room where everybody need to go sit down and eat. No, they don't do that. Her big son comes upstairs, get his food, go downstairs in the basement, play his laptop and computer and whatever. Boy was sloppy. I mean, bottles, empty cans all over the place and stuff. I was like, they can't come back. I said, they cannot come back to my crib. I do not like son husbands. This dude would go and help his mama out and do everything else, while mama go makes food and serve her son husband first before the man of the house. And I said to her, like, your son's gonna be weak by the time, yeah. You're supposed to eat at the table. They don't want to listen. They thinking it's okay to eat in the room and stuff. And like, I'm the one who put down new floors in the rooms. I put down new floors, fresh paint and stuff. I updated my bathroom to accommodate for more people other than just 2 people. This chick is just, she just don't care. She talking about, well, I make more money than you and stuff. And, oh, your house is small. My house is small. My house is it's pretty much is my house. Well, you know, if you want to have more people in here, you got to get a bigger house. You see how the rate of the housing market is nowadays? I can't even, I mean, I can buy another house, but the interest rate on paying a mortgage plus taxes and insurance on top of that is going to be even crazy higher than the one I'm paying right now on one of my other homes. God damn, she got a jiggly booty. She just waving side to side. Now I know that shit is real. You can see the cellulite from the back. So right now I'm just dealing with this chick. Her shit, all her shit, all in bags. That's going back to her place. By the time she leave out of my crib and stuff, I'm flipping this stuff up and down. So, yeah, man. I lived in New York City for almost like half my life and stuff. And the place where I was living at was a good size basement apartment. It was nice. I was paying $800 a month for it. But the only downside was whenever it rains, it floods a little bit. So I was like, I moved out of there, moved to another place that was like a half apartment. It was on the first floor of a house where the owner actually cut off the kitchen from the living room, which is I only had was the kitchen, the bathroom, and a big ass room. But in that big ass room, it was also cold, and she was only charging me $700 a month for it. Then when it got cold, it got real cold, and the hot water was never hot because she was still stingy on the heat and gas or whatever. So I got up out of there, and that was it. Yeah, the cost of living in New York City is crazy. You gotta make at least over $120,000 a year or more just to live in New York City. As I seen the apartments, I don't know how much it costs in California, but I know in New York, the cheapest I saw was $2,200 a month for a studio apartment in the updated, gentrified areas of Queens and Brooklyn. The most expensive I seen was $3,500 for a studio or 1 bedroom somewhere in Brooklyn, Queens, or Manhattan. Manhattan's even crazy high. Can't afford to live there. Shit. Even the city workers that I know, most of the city workers, military, and everybody else, it's like they can't even live in New York City. Everything's too damn expensive, so they wind up moving upstate New York, Long Island, Jersey, Pennsylvania, whatever's convenient for them to enjoy their money, but they got to travel to work. So right now, I'm at the school, St. Benedict's, up in preparatory school up in Newark, New Jersey. Waiting for her to get out so I can take her back to her crib, even though I never even been inside of her house or whatever. She been at my house for like almost 3 months. All she did was sleep, eat, and shit. Oh, babe, I'm sick. I don't feel so good. Every times when she's up and running around, all jiggly and happy and stuff, and next thing she's in another mood swing. She's all up and down, being fucking mean, angry. I was like, why is black women always so angry for? Why y'all always angry? I ain't the guy who did anything to y'all, but y'all always angry. Especially when you got 2 kids and you talking about, oh, I don't date men with kids. Like my other friend, she got 4 kids. I don't date men. She said to me, I don't date men with kids. I'm like, what the fuck? these double standards, doubles and triple standards they got, and these delusional dreams, never ends. Kevin Samuels was right. And the thing is, God damn, Philadelphia, $1,200 a month. Oh yeah, the road homes are nice though. Yes, somewhere in Pennsylvania, you can rent out a nice house for $1,200 a month, depending on the job. And the thing is, I almost bought a house in Pennsylvania. I almost bought a house. I should never walked away from it. I should have said, yep, should have went through the deal, went through the paperwork. I would have got that house. Didn't either worry about living in New Jersey, especially dealing with this chick, man. So I'm keeping my options open, because like she said, like when she showed me her, what's that, Hinge, the app on her phone, she showed me that Hinge, and I looked at it, and I was like, look at all these guys is waiting to come in, like for me to chat with them so I can, I got 3 on the side right now that's waiting to take me out on a nice date and this and that. I'm like, how? You're always sick. When you're with me, you're sick. You bleed. Oh, that's from stress. All the other boyfriends I got, they always knew what I needed to do and this and that. And they're like, but you stress me out the most. I'm like, how do I stress you out the most? Tell me. You got a son husband at home. You got another son husband in prep school, becoming a son husband. None of them will have no interest into going and doing stuff, to learn stuff, how to do plumbing, electrical work, and how to install anything else. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to stay in the room. They want to play with the phone and be on their tablet and stuff. And they want to be soft. Because I like to teach. I like to train whatever skills that I got, I can pass on to those who's willing to learn. Not my kid. My daughters, they already grown and gone. My son, he want to learn something. I said, like, look, I didn't have that much time with you, but because of child support and your mom and your grandmas, those baby mama terrorists, always want to start some shit with me. So anyways, I'm Sergeant Tyson. I got to get off a little bit. Wait for sure to get back. So at the moment, I'm just going to celebrate when I get home. Celebrating, party and shit. She's gone. Clean up my house. Get rid of all that feminine products that she got cramped up in my pantry. And enjoy this new year. I'm still working on the platform. So I'm out.